What is going on, everybody? My name is Kneeckoh and welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. Today we are back again to talk about the Pikachu raids. As always, when I do my first Pikachu or 7-star raid counter video, it's always just my speculation, just based on the immediate information that I have, and then the second video is more of an in-depth look at what I think could really work for this particular Pokemon. Now, after doing a lot more research, there's definitely some interesting stuff that I didn't realize Pikachu had and could make this a very interesting raid for sure. So if this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subbed for more videos like this in the future. But let's talk about this Pikachu here. So I did not know that Pikachu gets Rain Dance. Rain Dance is definitely something that I think this Pokemon's going to have. The reason for that is it makes its thunders 100% accurate and also gives it double damage to Surf. Bonus damage on Surf is going to be huge because this is a Water Tera type, and I do think this Pokemon will have access to Surf. Now, again, the ability, definitely going to be Lightning Rod. There's no doubt in my mind. There's literally no reason they would give it Static instead of Lightning Rod, because that would open it up to things like Iron Hands and other things that would be absolutely disgusting to do huge damage to it. So, I don't think we have to worry too much about that. Its grass types are going to be the way, and I have 5 Pokemon that I think are going to be very good into this, but this thing also gets double team, so I have a feeling that, you know, usually they like to add one sort of status move that they like, or a buff attack, like bulk up for Cinderace, double team for Greninja. I definitely think we could see double team make a return for this particular Pokemon, as well as Rain Dance here to boost those other 2 attacks. I definitely think this is likely, and all these Pokemon typically have more than 4 attacks, so I definitely see this being like a hybrid Pokemon, and we could see things like Iron Tail and stuff like that on that, just to be something similar to what you see in like the anime for Pikachu. But I definitely think that this is a very likely scenario for this Pokemon, is this right here. Double team just makes a lot of sense. It makes this Pokemon more difficult to hit, but then you have access to things like Surf. With Rain Dance, it's going to do big damage, and I think Surf makes more sense than Tera Blast because it does more damage. That's just my thought, and it is like a callback to old Pikachu memes and stuff in the games in the past. And then Thunder just makes sense if Rain Dance is there because it's going to make that much stronger. So let's talk about the Pokemon that I think are definitely going to be great into this Pokemon. Now, first up, I have actual sets now. All these are solidified. These are the sets that I'd recommend using, and obviously if this is a hybrid, you can alter it as you need to. Most of these are built more specially defensive, especially if you consider Thunder and Surf. It makes more sense to have more special defense. So I still think Amoonguss is going to go crazy here, but rather I had Solar Beam on it before just kind of as a meme. I definitely think Sunny Day is going to be a key component in this particular raid. Even if this doesn't have Rain Dance, I think Sunny Day is going to be an absolute treat for this particular raid because it's going to weaken the water type attacks, and it's just going to make your grass types do that much more with things like Solar Beam, because a lot of these are going to opt to run that. Giga Drain, Clear Smog. Clear Smog is something I threw on this simply because of the possibility of Pikachu having access to double team, just, you know, to mitigate whatever stat changes it opts to do. Even if it's not a even if it's not double team, if it's something else, Clear Smog is going to be nice to have. Growth is still here because in the sun you can up your special attack by 2. With Sunny Day, that's going to pair very nicely, and then you could just start Giga Draining and keep this in and be just an absolute menace. With the Heat Rock to increase Sunny Day, because obviously this Pokemon is not built to do tons and tons of damage, so just having the option to go in and do pretty significant stuff. You could honestly switch this out for like a Miracle Seed, and then your grass types do more damage. So just an option there, and then your Giga Drains just do a bit more after you get a growth off. Just a couple options in terms of things that you could do. Now, my Toedscruel really hasn't changed. Toedscruel, I think, is going to be super solid into this. Currently, I have both screens on this simply because we don't know if this Pikachu is going to have both movesets, and I definitely will have an update video later tonight when we actually have the moveset for Pikachu to talk about that. But Light Screen, Acid Spray is just a staple. You want it on a lot of these raids because mainly if you can drop the special defense of a Pokemon by 2, it makes more sense to run more special attackers because you can drop it just so quickly. Giga Drain here, again, this is more of a support style Pokemon with Reflect. The EV spread is 252 HP, 140 special attack, and 116 special defense with a calm nature. I didn't talk about Amoonguss real quick, but it's just a modest nature. 252 HP, 252 special defense, 4 attack. Special attack, excuse me. Now, I had looked at Appleton very, very briefly when I made the first video, and truthfully, I overlooked Apple Acid, and I saw this on Pokemon Cast, Steve's YouTube breakdown for this raid, and honestly, this is a solid set, and I wanted to include it here and talk about it. So, we have Citrus Berry, we have Ripen, the effects are doubled on your berries, which is crazy. Then you have Sunny Day for Solar Beam, and then Apple Acid drops it by 100%. So it's like Acid Spray, but it does more damage, and you get the stab bonus, which is incredibly nice. So that's really nice for that. And then you have Recycle. So after you do use your berry, you can just go ahead and recycle it, and then you get your berry back. 252 HP, 4 special attack, 252 special defense with a modest nature. I think Appleton's actually a really, really solid bring, and if I had known Apple Acid, and if I hadn't overlooked the idea of Apple Acid, I would have definitely included this in the first video. But this is a super solid set, and thanks for Steve for pointing this one out. Next is Wo-Chien. And I think Wo-Chien's going to be actually very nice for this if you want to use your legendary Pokemon and train it specifically for a raid. Obviously, its ability is the Tablets of Ruin. It's going to lower their attack of the other Pokemon by 0.75. This is fine because most people should be running special attackers for this raid. This affects everybody. So you just have to kind of be aware of that, but it will affect Pikachu as well. And I have a Light Clay on this. This is going to be kind of a supporty Pokemon as well with Giga Drain, Light Screen, Sunny Day, and Mud Slap. Now, I have Light Screen instead of Reflect because, again, I'm assuming this is going to be more focused on the special attacking side of things. If you need to throw on a Reflect, you can do that. But Mud Slap's on here to lower the accuracy of the Pokemon. I think this is going to be a solid option to kind of be a half support, half damage dealer, because this thing does have really high base special attack and really, really high base special defense. So max out that HP, give it just a little bit of special defense with like 52 or something, 204 special attack with a modest nature, and this thing's going to hit really hard and be really hard for Pikachu to knock out. Finally, Gastrodon, I still think is incredibly solid. I don't think Gastrodon is going to be like a heavy hitter here because of, you know, it doesn't have any moves that are super, super strong against Pikachu. However, it gets access to Clear Smog. Mud Slap is here. You can Helping Hand and you can Earth Power. And the big thing with this is that this Pokemon can't be hit really by Pikachu unless it has like Iron Tail or something like that. So that's the big thing, is this Pokemon's just going to sit there and make it so it can attack by lowering its accuracy, and it lowers all its stat changes. And then you can just go in with Helping Hand and Earth Powers to just kind of set up the other Pokemon, and it lowers the special defense potentially with Earth Power. I think this is a really solid option. You're going to get a bonus special attack with getting hit by water attacks. So you can go ahead and do some decent damage with Earth Power with a Ground Tera typing on this Pokemon. I think this is a solid option still regardless, especially if you already have one built for the last raid. You can just go ahead and bring it, and it just change some moves out, and it'll probably be pretty solid into this particular setup. But those are the Pokemon that I think are going to be the absolute best for this Pikachu raid. The ones I heavily think that you should consider using for this event. But leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on the Pikachu event and what you plan to bring. I think these are, again, the best. I think this is what you want to bring to this particular raid. But if you found the video entertaining and helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Again, later today, I will have an update video with the Pokemon that I actually opted to build, as well as the Greninja moveset. Well, not the Greninja, excuse me, the Pikachu moveset that will be featured during this event. If you want to join a really fun community, check out the Discord. People over there hanging out playing Pokemon all the time. And if you want to see more from me, check out this video where I use this a Titan team in Series 2. Super cool stuff. If you want to check out the original Pikachu video, that is also available to you. Lots of fun videos here on the channel. But until next time, peace.